Right now, a new pizza manufacturing plant is coming to Jefferson later this year. How many jobs the company's CEO is looking to create.
Plus, U.S. forces are in recovery mode, piecing together who's behind a series of unidentified objects that were shot down.
And DeForest residents debate a proposed disc golf course in the area. We'll hear from both sides what they had to say about it. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. We begin tonight with breaking news out of East Lansing, Michigan, where a manhunt is underway on the Michigan State University campus after police say multiple people were injured in a shooting on campus. The Detroit News reporting at least one person is dead. The gunman, allegedly described as a short man wearing a mask, said to still be at large. Students and staff on campus are being asked to shelter in place. Police first reported the shots fired near Berkey Hall. That was around 7:30. Then an hour later, another shooting was reported at IM East. That's a campus fitness center an hour away from Berkey Hall. This is an ongoing situation. We'll bring you updates here and on channel3000.com when they become available. Next at 10, if you have a freezer stocked with Palermo's frozen pizzas soon, those will be produced right out of Jefferson, Wisconsin.
Palermo's announced they are expanding with a new plant, and residents tell our Arman Rahman they see it serving a hot and fresh boost to their local economy.
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, Palermo's new plant will open in a food processing facility that city officials tell me became vacant a year ago, displacing about 60 jobs. But come August 2023, Palermo's is set to create more than 100 job opportunities in the city to produce an estimated 50 million frozen pizzas a year.
I'm a pepperoni guy.
Pepperoni. Yeah, I'm boring.
Supreme, pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, onion, and green pepper.
But what about jobs? Because that's the topping the city of Jefferson is going heavy on.
It's 200 good jobs. So it means a lot to the local economy.
With the new Palermo's pizza-making plant coming this summer.
It would be primarily topping. We have two production lines that top pizzas.
The CEO of the Milwaukee-based company says that will require over 100 of those 200 jobs at the Jefferson location.
And so everything that goes along with it. We have our whole quality team and our HR team and the plant operations. It's a plant operations team, logistics, and plant management.
The site used to house Tyson and other frozen food companies, so it's already USDA certified. According to Mayor Dale Opperman, it's just one of the many businesses, large and small, wanting a piece of the Jefferson pie.
Looks forward to working with them just to try to fill those spots because it is it's a competitive job market right now. And like I said, we have other local employers that are looking to boost their employment too.
City Administrator Tim Freitag says that'll only help the economy.
Company obviously, has to have a wage level that will allow them to compete, and that's good. Obviously, there's some tax base enhancement because they will be putting an investment into the facility.
It's making stemless wine cups.
Existing small business owners like Scott Obenberger.
Personally, I think small towns are the way of the future.
Say it'll be a boost no matter how you slice it.
The more investment that happens, the more people who come here and find Jefferson, the more it's going to help advance all the businesses, whether it's mine or Brighter or Sign Vault or Vintage.
Now, Palermo says some of those 200 jobs will be at their Milwaukee headquarters. The company is currently hiring and will use a staggered start training program for new positions through 2023 and 2024.
Armand, thank you. Let's now go live to East Lansing for a news briefing, the situation on campus there.
18 p.m. at Berkey Hall on campus. We received multiple 911 calls of a shooting inside Berkey Hall. Numerous officers responded. We were quickly on scene within minutes. And there we did locate several victims of a shooting. The incident did move to a building in close proximity, the Michigan State University Union building, where there was another report of a shooting immediately following the first incident. Police and emergency responders acted quickly. We tended to the victims at both of those scenes, and there was an overwhelming law enforcement response to campus to help with this situation. I can confirm that there were at least 5 victims. All 5 victims were transported to the hospital. some of those victims do have life-threatening injuries. The suspect in this incident, and we believe there to be one suspect, was last seen leaving the MSU Union on foot on the north side of that building. We are just receiving surveillance footage of that suspect that we will be releasing shortly. Initial information is that the suspect is a black male, shorter in stature, wearing red shoes, a jean jacket, and a ball cap. And we will follow up with additional descriptors of that suspect. Community members on and off campus should remain sheltered in place. We immediately launched our emergency notification system and advised the entire MSU campus to shelter in place as this suspect is still outstanding.
Again, we're listening to a press conference on the Michigan State University campus. 5 victims there. No official word of any fatalities at this time, but there are some life-threatening injuries there. Again, a shooting about 8:18 Eastern time on the Michigan State campus. We'll have more updates as they become available.
Now let's check your first warn forecast with Julian Seawright.
Well, it was a beautiful day, and our temperatures are going to stay on the up and up once we get into our Tuesday, though we are going to see a bit of some rain showers going into our Valentine's Day activities. But let's talk about tonight. As of right now, it is clear, and it's also not feeling too bad. I don't even need a heavy coat. We're into the middle 30s, and we're going to stay that way throughout the next few hours, and clear skies are also going to remain. So a quiet and nice night throughout much of southern Wisconsin, with 34 degrees uniformed for Madison, Platteville, and for Janesville. About 36 degrees for Monroe, and our friends in Watertown just at the freezing point. So we're about a degree higher than we were just 24 hours ago. But overall, it just kind of shows you that we've just been dealing with some really awesome nights in terms of temperatures. Now, taking a look at our forecast heading into the overnight, we're looking to slide to around hitting a low of 32 degrees. But tomorrow, it's going to be wonderful on the surface as well. Upper 40s is what we're going to be expecting, near 50 degrees for Boscobel and for Lone Rock. Though we are going to be seeing some showers, but that's not the other big headliner for us. We have an alert day in the forecast. The First Warn Weather Team has had confidence of a storm that's going to be looking to bring in some moderate snowfall later into the week. We'll bring you those details in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. The Wisconsin Supreme Court dealing a blow to nurses at UW Health trying to unionize. The court said it would not take up a case filed by UW Health seeking clarity on whether it was required to recognize its nurses' unionizing efforts. Nurses at UW Health have been pushing for a union for years, citing a lack of staffing, training, and resources. The nurses were unionized until 2014 when UW Health opted not to renew the union contract at that time, citing Act 10. While the Supreme Court declined to take the case, a lawsuit in Dane County Court remains active. SEIU Wisconsin praised the court's decision, saying in part, quote, "The law is clear that absolutely nothing stands in the way of UW Health voluntarily recognizing our union and bargaining a contract, which the Wisconsin Attorney General has already affirmed," end quote. And UW Health also releasing a statement. It reads in part, quote, "While the High Court declined to take that issue directly through an expedited process this month, both SEIU and UW Health continue to pursue legal, definitive, and expeditious answers to these questions."
An investigation into the Middleton High School football team is ending with no arrest. District leaders have not shared any details about the nature of the allegations that prompted the investigation. Head football coach and business teacher Jason Hertzborn resigned shortly before the investigation, citing personal reasons. It's unclear whether his resignation was as all related to these allegations. The case has now been sent to the Dane County DA's office for review. Meanwhile, the school's investigation into what happened is still ongoing.
The U.S. Navy has recovered a 30 to 40-foot chunk of the antenna from that Chinese surveillance balloon that was shot down more than a week ago. This as 3 more objects have been shot down over North America just since Friday. An object roughly the size of a small car was shot down over sea ice in remote northern Alaska on Friday. And then Saturday, it was a cylindrical object hovering over Canada's Yukon territory. Then Sunday, an octagonal object over Lake Huron. Officials say the 3 objects posed a threat to commercial aircraft.
And while we have no specific reason to suspect that they were conducting surveillance of any kind, we couldn't rule that out.
The head of the Air Force suggested more objects are being found because the U.S. is now on high alert for them. and has adjusted its radar sensitivities. Meanwhile, the Biden administration is still trying to learn more about the objects and plans to give more details about them after they've been recovered.
Family, friends, and dozens of fellow officers gathered in Brookfield for the funeral of Milwaukee officer Pete Jerving. The 37-year-old was killed in a struggle with an armed robbery suspect early Tuesday morning. The suspect also dying in that struggle. A procession took his body to Elmbrook Church, where services were held. At the time of his death, Jerving was pursuing a degree in criminal justice at Marian University in Fond du Lac. He was a 4-year veteran of the force.
He stepped up for all of us, working to improve our safety. And he did that without hesitation and under some of the most difficult of circumstances. To Pete's parents, Patty and Doug Jerving, his brothers, his sisters, I extend the city's deepest condolences.
Today, Governor Evers ordered flags be flown at half-staff in Officer Jerving's honor.
Madison police are investigating after a man said a group of kids broke into his apartment and stole his PlayStation 5. It happened Friday in the 1100 block of Gammon Lane. The man told police he was talking to the kids behind a sliding glass door. That's when the group allegedly entered the apartment and took the PlayStation. No other items were taken. The investigation is ongoing. No arrests have been made. A new public health initiative aims to make downtown Madison a safer place. It's called the Isthmus Safety Initiative, and it takes a 3-part approach to being proactive about safety. The program will officially launch in April, but a lot of the work is already done or underway. So far, leaders have already replaced several cameras along State Street and added additional lighting to Buckeye parking lot, an area where they said was prone to criminal activity. Public health leaders have also started the hiring process for what they're calling safety navigators. Those are people who will walk the streets downtown at night or during special events to offer help to those who need anything from first aid to education on local resources.
So when they're walking on State Street for business, for pleasure, if they're just visiting, hopefully that these measures will increase their perception and feeling of safety in State Street, because we want people here.
Public health leaders in partnership with the Rape Crisis Center also offering free training to downtown restaurant staff on bystander awareness.
A new disc golf course may be coming to DeForest, but the plan has residents divided on whether it'll benefit their community. McKenna Alexander heard from those for and against the new course and joins us now to share their concerns.
Yeah, tonight over 100 people packed into a meeting room in DeForest as neighbors pushed back and pushed for a new 9-hole disc golf course in a popular wooded park.
Monday night, DeForest residents filled a training room inside the village's public safety building, with dozens for and against a proposed disc golf course within 2 popular parks. The current plan consists of a 3- or 4-hole practice course at Liberty Land Park and a 9- to 12-hole course at Western Green Park. The latter park is the main focus of debate among residents who fear losing what they call a meditative green space.
My problem is, leave Western Green alone. It's not supposed to be what people want it to be. This is the older part of town. You've got new sections in town now. Build out there. That's where your younger people are.
And I feel like once we take that nature aspect out of it, these kids are missing what this is all we have left, basically.
But not everyone is against the proposal, with those for the new course arguing that disc golf is non-invasive, whether it be landscape removal, public interference, or general safety.
This is ideal for that. There probably is no park amenity that I can think of that would have less impact on the environment.
It's not like I'm throwing and somebody that's over on a walking path 100 feet that way is going to be in the direct path of where I'm going. It's the design of the course and how it's done.
Monday's meeting was the second of 2 public comment sessions on this plan. Though while village leaders are calling in a proposal, a formal proposal has yet to be presented for adoption.
Now, village leaders say this is just the start of this plan. If you'd like to see the proposals in full, just visit our website at channel3000.com.
McKenna, thank you. Construction on the River Road Bridge over the interstate in the DeForest area scheduled to begin in late spring. That bridge has been closed since October when a crane truck hit it. Repairs are expected to start in May, should wrap up by the end of June. Specific construction dates have not yet been set. River Road will remain closed until those repairs are complete. And still ahead, it could be a rainy Valentine's Day tomorrow. Julian's back with your complete forecast.
But first, multiple pedestrians in New York are struck by a U-Haul. What police are saying about the suspect.
of former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Turn your low energy into big fitness energy in 2023. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get energized with tons of equipment. Simply join through the free PF app. Deal ends Thursday, February 16th.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Nominate the Best of Madison online today, including Beef Butter Barbecue for Best Barbecue, Best Catering. Cast a nomination for Beef Butter Barbecue and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Shop local and save with tremendous deals on Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana appliances. We have the area's largest selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Turn your low energy into big fitness energy in 2023. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get energized with tons of equipment. Simply join through the free PF app. Deal ends Thursday, February 16th.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz?
You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
Love is in the air, and that's sweet news for businesses in the 608.
Tomorrow, we'll find out what Valentine's Day means for one local shop's bottom line.
And it looks like it's going to be a wet Valentine's Day, and then we're talking about snow tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
Welcome back. In New York City, multiple people were injured after a suspect mowed them down with a U-Haul truck this morning. We've also learned that one person has died. Surveillance video shows the moments one person was hit while crossing an intersection. Then another person could be seen diving out of the way just in time. Authorities say the driver of the U-Haul hit several pedestrians before leading police on a chase along a busy highway before he was finally arrested. Police identified the driver as 62-year-old Wang Soar, who may have been living out of the U-Haul, which had been rented in Florida.
At this time, we have no indication that there is any terrorism involvement in this incident.
As the NYPD investigates a motive, it will be looking at evidence collected from inside that rental truck, which includes cardboard boxes, water bottles, and clothing.
A conservative law firm stepping into the conversation between hundreds of Monroe residents and their school board. And it all centers on an $88 million school referendum last fall, and our reporting on how the school had to apologize because its advertising for the referendum was misleading. The conservative law firm Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty is asking for the district to call a second special referendum and then abide by that instead of last fall's referendum. The district has said that's legally impossible, but the law firm says otherwise.
We care strongly about voters having accurate information when they vote on a referendum. And the school district statements led most of the voters in Monroe to believe that the tax impact would be 10 to 15 times lower than it ended up being. So there's a simple way to resolve this, and the way to resolve this is to redo the referendum.
Meanwhile, the district says its legal department is still reviewing the letter from the law firm, but that there was no fraud in their communications about the referendum.
Warm temperatures today, but alert day on the horizon. Here's Julian with your complete forecast.
Well, it seems like something with Thursday now.
Yeah.
It's been an alert day.
Yeah.
Always with the snow. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Valentine's Day first is going to be the thing that we're going to be talking about. The three things we'll need to know that's going to be leading our weather headlines is that temperatures are still going to be near 50 by the time we get into our Tuesday. Tuesday, which will be for our Valentine's Day. But we're going to be seeing those scattered rain showers throughout the course of our afternoon, and especially heading into our night. Then we are looking for Thursday to be, I guess, the day that's designated for any kind of snowfall for the new year. Until we get there, though, planning out tomorrow, temperatures again will be flirting with the 50s throughout southern Wisconsin. We'll be into the upper 40s, so it's going to feel rather nice, but we are going to see the rain throughout much of our afternoon, especially from our evening and dinner time plans. So if you have any Valentine's Day plans, just make sure they're inside or you have your rain gear, because we're looking at the temperatures to stay steady into the upper 40s, but it's going to be on the breezy and rainy end throughout the course of the day. Walking through with our future track, tonight we're going to see temperatures being into the 30s, but not going to see many of them slide past the freezing points. Then we're going to see cloud cover developing once we're heading out the door tomorrow morning, and around noon is when we're going to start to expect some showers rolling in from Grant County and Vernon County, making its way into Iowa and Lafayette counties. For Dane County, we're going to start to see it around 1, 2, even 3 o'clock. So expect those showers once we get kids from school, or if you're starting to head out the door from work. We're going to be seeing around 5 o'clock. The commutes is going to be bringing in rain showers, much more widespread. They'll stick around throughout the rest of the evening. And then a couple of isolated showers are going to stick around and linger into the overnight hours, but most of our Wednesday is going to stay on the quiet side. Temperatures will be into the upper 30s, but the wind speeds will still be flowing rather quickly throughout the course of our Wednesday. We're looking at a tenth, maybe even a quarter to a half of an inch of rainfall from this system, but that's just what's happening on Tuesday. Our alert day again is in for our Thursdays. We're going to be looking at another round of some moderate snowfall. 3 to 6 inches is what we're going to be expecting from this event that's coming in for our Thursday, which is going to be acting as some disruptor throughout the Thursday morning, especially for our Thursday afternoon as well. So just make sure that you're prepared for pretty much what just happened last week with the heavy, wet snowfall. Now, getting into the snow in itself is going to start around Thursday early morning. And once we get into our afternoon, it's going to really start to pick up and be sticking around for us. 3 to 6 inches is what we're expecting here for the First Warn Weather Team. We are going to be continuing to keep a close eye on this because things could change. But with the current model data, we think 3 to 6 is rather confident for our snowfall as of right now. And taking a look at our 10-day forecast, we are going to see those temperatures drop but rebound once we head into the weekend, back into the lower 40s. But we're going to have a bit of an active work week, and then this weekend's shaping up to be rather nice.
And coming up in sports, New Glarus proved they can hang with the big schools tonight, how they stayed perfect on the hardwood, and how to fix the Badger men's basketball's problem. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Man, running out of hot water, that's like running out of gas during a race.
You got that right.
That's why I'm getting a Richmond water heater, man. They're dependable.
A real winner.
They got everything here, too. And the prices, they're low.
Come to Menards. Check out our huge selection of Richmond water heaters in stock today. You'll save big money now. Low prices, lower energy cost.
Man, what an awesome store.
I'm proud to have them as a partner.
Let's go win some races for Menards.
Let's do it.
Save big money at Menards. News 3 Now compiles a quarterly report of our programming efforts to serve the educational and informational needs of children in the News 3 Now viewing area. These reports are part of our public inspection file, which is open to the public view during regular business hours. To view the report or contribute comments, contact the News 3 Now program director at 608-271-4321 or write to us at News 3 Now, 7025 Raymond Road, Madison, Wisconsin, 53719.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford truck. Like a next generation pickup. Get here for a deal on F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 46 years straight. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose Flex Buy on F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 credit cash and 1,000 Auto Show cash.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 55th Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 18th and 19th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 100,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits, with 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family, Saturday and Sunday, February 18th and 19th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA Auto Insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA Auto Insurance and expect something more.
If there's one thing we know about the Wisconsin men's basketball team this season, they don't make it easy on themselves. Their wins go down to the wire, and in their losses, well, they just don't play the full 40 minutes. And that recurring theme happened again in Lincoln on Saturday when the Badgers blew a 17-point second-half lead and lost in overtime. Greg Gard's fix, just got to play better. Tyler Wall, he agrees.
We got to put a full 40 minutes together. There's bits and spurts where we look really good, and there's bits and spurts where we don't, where we kind of let up the gas. So we got to figure out we got to limit those times where we're not looking so good, because we know what makes us good, and that's getting stops on defense and getting out playing freely on offense. And so when we can find those times where we're getting down and going on a bad run, we got to cut it in the butt quick.
High school girls hoops, Oregon hosting 4th-ranked New Glarus in a non-conference matchup. Panthers down early but came roaring back. Sam Schmidt spots up and splashes home the triple to make it a 1-point game. But then the Glarner Knights went on a run. Alex Atwell lays it up and in. She was a monster in the first half, scoring 18 of her 20 points in the first frame. And then later, it's Lindsay Shadowalt to the cup for 2 more. She finished with a game-high 26. New Glarus stays perfect with a 72-65 win. We're going to have to wait a little bit for Jay Crowder's Bucks debut. Mike Budenholzer said the former Marquette star practiced today, but he's not going to play against the Celtics on Tuesday or Thursday in Chicago this week. And then it's the All-Star break. Milwaukee's first game back from the break is February 24th. It was a big weekend for both the Wisconsin men's and women's hockey teams. The men split with the #1 team in the country, while the women went into Minnesota and left with 5 out of the 6 possible WCHA points in the series. And it gets better for Mark Johnson's squad. Caroline Harvey and Claire Enright earned Conference Player of the Week honors, and UW jumped up 2 spots to hit 6th in the latest poll. And Kelly Sheffield released his team's spring schedule, and the Badgers going to face some big-time opponents. Wisconsin will travel to Oconomowoc High School to take on in-state rival Marquette on March 31st. Then on April 5th, they'll host Athletes Unlimited, a pro team featuring former Badger Sydney Hilly at the UW Fieldhouse. And then they're going to wrap up the spring slate with a trip to St. John, Indiana for a matchup against Purdue. We're back after this.
Stanton Optical independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
At Overture Center, February 21st through 26th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
We so amazing.
the stylish Chevy Equinox RS, and Chevy Blazer RS. You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer. The RS family of Chevy SUVs, definitely worth a follow. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all Equinox models, or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Come see our special offers throughout the store. Plus, special financing is available for convenient monthly payments. And did you know Slumberland offers custom fabrics and colors at no extra charge? Check out this gorgeous sectional, and it comes with a free ottoman. Plus so much more during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you. You.
You.
They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics, now offering robotic-assisted knee replacement.
Miss the news and need to know what's going on where you live?
News 3 Now is always on. Download the Channel 3000 app and get video on demand whenever and wherever you need it.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Finally, a quick update on the Michigan State campus shooting. Police there releasing these pictures of the shooting suspect who's still at large. Again, 5 people hospitalized. Stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com as that situation continues.